go.
Once you've cracked all the eggs, it's time to put the half and half in. I usually don't measure, I just kind of eyeball it. Hi, I'm Brendan Praeger. Welcome to Cooking with the Charger. Since we are all locked inside right now, you really have no excuse not to cook. So please help out your families and cook something. Last week, Caitlin and Laurel showed you how to make popcorn, and this week, Logan and I are going to show you how to make delicious French toast. Now, I worked at a breakfast restaurant for several years, but I really learned how to make French toast from my wife, Megan, and she's filming right now while holding a baby. So Logan and I are going to show you how it's done. All right, you ready, Logan?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So French toast is bread dipped in custard and fried, and it is delicious. I believe it was invented as a way to eat bread that has gone a little bit stale, so it's great if you have bread that's maybe a little bit old. If you make it into French toast, it's still gonna be delicious. So the first thing we're gonna do is crack some eggs so we can start making our custard. You ready, Logan?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna use about 6 eggs because we might like to make a lot.
I want to use this thing.
You want to use that one? Okay, so let's... Logan knows how to crack an egg. All right, now go ahead and pull it apart.
Ding ding, dinner time.
Can you pull it apart?
Ding ding, dinner time.
Good job. All right, there's one. Grab another egg. And make sure you don't get any shell in there. Good job.
Ding ding,
He
dinner
wants you to
time.
help pull it apart.
There we go.
Ding ding.
All right, crack it on the side. Yeah, just like that.
Okay.
Ding,
Logan,
ding,
Logan,
ding.
wait, hold on. Okay, do you want to pull this one apart? You crack it and then you
Yeah.
pull it apart.
All right, pull this one apart.
Hi.
Great. Great job. Pull this one apart.
There you go, you found it.
Yeah, good job. Whoa.
Oh, okay, that's a discard.
I need the towel.
Yeah.
Once you've cracked all the eggs, it's time to start pouring the half and half or milk in. I like using half and half because it's more creamy, but either one works.
Daddy,
Yes, buddy?
we need to crack these.
Well, we already cracked the eggs, and I cracked them into a nice flat container because it's easier to dip the bread in than like a bowl that you'd normally crack eggs into. So I don't usually measure, I just kind of eyeball it, but I would say to use about 1/4 cup of half and half or milk for every 2 eggs. So I'll use about 3/4 cups of half and half. All right, Logan, I'm gonna pour it and then you're gonna dump it in, okay? There you go. Do you want to dump it in? Logan, do you want to dump the half and half in?
No, I was stirring.
Okay, well let me pour it in for you and then I'll let you mix it up, okay? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, nice and creamy. All right, go ahead and scramble it up really good, Logan. You want to make sure that you get all the eggs broken apart and make it until it's nice and smooth.
Suddenly you're happy? Did the sugar hit?
Once the eggs are mixed up, there are some optional ingredients to add flavor. I like to add vanilla for this amount, probably about a teaspoon of vanilla. You can also add Amaretto or almond extract if you have it, but we're just gonna stick with vanilla today. All right, Logan, you ready to keep mixing? Mix it up real good. Okay, now that the batter's mixed up, we're gonna add one more ingredient, cinnamon.
Hey, Daddy, don't talk to Mommy. You're talking to me.
Okay, Logan, we have one more ingredient to add, and that is cinnamon. I like to add it at the end so it floats on the top. You can make a cool swirly pattern because food that looks better tastes better. You want to swirl it?
Good.
Good job, just like that. Now I think we're done with the mixer.
Now
Okay.
let's do some bread.
Hold on just a second. So now it's time to turn the griddle on. I like using a griddle because I can do a bunch of pieces at once, but you can also use a pan on the stove. That works great. You're gonna think maybe I should turn it to the highest setting, but you actually don't want it to be that hot because you want the inside of the toast to cook before the outside gets too crispy. When I worked at a restaurant, we would actually start on the stove and then finish in the oven, but since you can kind of control the temperature a little bit better here, you probably don't have to do that.
So it's what, medium?
Yeah. Now it's time for the bread. We got some nice, thick, soft bread, but you can use really any bread. We really like using challah bread, but if you don't want to be expensive, that's fine. All right, are you about ready, Logan? Okay, one more thing before we put the bread on. I like to put some butter on the griddle. There we go. That way you know it's hot enough. It makes it nice and tasty. Okay, and Logan knows what to do. So you take a piece of bread, you drop it in the mixture, turn it over, and then we put it on the griddle. Okay, can you let go? I'll let you put the next one on, okay? Can you go grab another piece of bread for us? Here, let's just dump this bread out. There you go. Grab a piece of bread. Put it in the mixture. Yep, now flip it over. Let's make sure it soaks in a lot of egg. Good job. You don't want to push down though. Okay, Logan, that's enough. You don't want to put your hands in there. So we've got several pieces going right now. You want to get them for a few minutes each side until they're nice and golden. They start to toast a little bit. Then you just flip them over for a few minutes on the other side. Okay, so while those are cooking, I made some bacon and I also cut up some strawberries to put on top. I like to mix them with a little sugar. Some people put powdered sugar on their French toast, and I put a bunch of syrup on my French toast. So it's a good time to make sure that everything's good, or even start washing some dishes while it's cooking. So once you're done, you can put it on the plate, put some strawberries on top, a little bit of powdered sugar sprinkled on top, and I like to have it with bacon. I also like to make a lot because it's really good if you stick it in the freezer and then you can put it in the toaster oven the next day, or if you're like me, just go back and back and back a bunch of times. So if you have any recipes that you would like to share with the community, please let us know at whscharger@gmail.com, and hopefully you guys are all staying safe. Goodbye.